Amen. Say man. Man, it's your boy Q Smith. Another episode of Live Lit and Legit. Always your boy.
It's always just your boy.
And the most working hard producer. One of the most hardest working in the game. Guess what we got behind the scene, man?
Hey, BG, man.
You did.
You already know.
I say another one.
Baby.
Another guest. I say we big blessed by big God. B, who we got?
Hey, man, tonight, very funny person.
Very charismatic.
Very charismatic. Eccentric, if you will.
Beautiful, too. It's crazy.
I don't know how much more I got to say.
What wrong with her?
She's a personal friend of mine.
Very personal. No, I mean,
Hold on.
My bad.
See, it's always somebody to go too far, man.
My bad. I don't be meaning to say
Always somebody to go too far.
Bro, I was just trying to be, business podcast. I'm a podcaster.
So I'm just stop here. Ashmo.
You did great.
Before internet rumors start
You
spreading.
did. And them folks get because all it takes is that little snippet. Personal, very, very personal friend. We have a friend of the family in the business on behalf of Live and Legit. Your girl Ashmo. What it do, though? How you been, love bug?
For having me. I've been doing great.
I'm so glad that you came back, love.
Hey, I had to run it back one more time.
Okay.
One more time.
Run it back.
Hey, man, well, we thank you for running it back one more time.
Man, I got y'all.
Mo. I hit them for that entertainment. I need everybody to put one paw up. Fist, ball.
Okay.
And we're doing it for justice on behalf of our people, African American. Justice have finally been served.
Does this count as entertainment? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
It is.
Okay.
Because when you get 1 million views and 5 million views off a click, entertainment. They were entertained by something that was injustice, but this fist stands for justice. And I told y'all who first would be last and who last would be first. Guess who was convicted of murder? Derrick. So what is going on?
Derrick Chauvin.
Yeah. No. Too cool. Hey, man, Derrick has been found guilty, man. When the last time we had an officer that committed a crime, a murder at that was convicted throughout all this time, man? Justice have finally been served. Big God. When the last time we...
It's been a minute.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It doesn't happen often for us.
Nope.
And
On
it's
all 3 counts at that.
Right.
So that was big.
George Floyd. Hey, man. Say, man. Hey, man. Say, man. Trouble don't last always. You did. Trouble do not last always. And I'm glad that justice is served. And I'm actually hoping that we can implement these characteristics where justice can be served for each individual that's murdered.
Most definitely.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that was.
It was.
That wasn't an accident.
At all.
Yeah. I wholeheartedly
I say all 50 states plus 18 countries, guys, protest. This is big. And it's been big. And so I'm so, look at my people, man. I'm so happy that we came to a sense in a place. But like I say, who first will be last and who last will be first. Good God, put peace on this earth. You did.
Well, definitely.
Let's talk about it, man.
So,
What you guys
like,
thoughts on?
how y'all feel about? I didn't add it to the docket, but it got so many views about the Las Vegas Raiders. Did y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
They posted, "I can breathe."
Who did?
Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, wow.
No, for real?
They right after that they posted, "I can breathe."
Wow.
How y'all feel? I
That's
see
big.
it both ways.
That's big.
I think,
but it was the wrong timing.
but see, I started thinking about it once I saw the post and I saw the reaction. It took me a minute because I was just like, oh, that's deep. Then I was just like, hold on. When did they post that? Did they post that because of the verdict or did they post that because of 420? That's how I started thinking of it.
I think it was because of the verdict.
It was because of the verdict.
Oh, them boys.
I see it both ways.
I do too.
I see both ways, and I can also see why so many people were outraged by the statement. At the end of the day, George, he still can't breathe. And he was saying that during his death. Mm-hmm. But now they're saying, okay, maybe they was looking at it as a sigh of relief. Yeah. Like, I can breathe. I see it both ways, but...
But you know what? If you had black people on your social media team, you won't have to worry about stuff like that.
Exactly.
Because we won't make them same mistakes.
At all.
Okay.
You did. That's big.
Yeah, definitely.
And Brett Favre. Am I saying it right?
Council.
Brett Favre.
Big council. What color say it, BG?
He feel as though Derrick Chauvin did not mean to kill George Floyd.
So if he didn't mean to kill him, what are we doing for 8 minutes and some odd seconds?
Like, the man was literally struggling for his life.
He was.
Come on. Like, you don't see that. And I used to be a Brett Favre fan. I used to play my PlayStation. Green Bay, that was my team.
I still got his jersey at the house.
Well, you need to burn it. Because what you
EA
doing?
Sports is in the game.
Not burning it.
You're not burning it? The man said it was what?
Look.
He said, hold
on.
He said all this
Look.
was uncalled for.
If it's something that growing up in Birmingham, Alabama has taught me, I'm never surprised. So stuff like that, where the rest of the world gets so outraged, I'm just like, I expected it. Brett Favre was born in Mississippi. And you didn't expect that?
Brother,
No,
I have learned to speak on certain matters that could be beneficial or non-beneficial due to your position in life. So and if he wholeheartedly felt that, I'm glad that you said that. Because what they say, the truth will come to the
light.
And that man got a Brett Favre. Listen here. Listen, man. I'm so glad that he said what he said. Why I'm so glad that he said what he said? Now, shout out to Barf. Shout out to Barf. I call him Barf. Brett Favre. Call him Barf. Shout out to Barf. But however, you're canceled. As soon as you did the Wranglers, I knew what time it was. He didn't go Levi's. He went Wranglers.
But
so I knew what time it was.
But you can't. I feel like this with the whole council culture thing. If you do something, counsel. I don't think it's right to counsel people based on
Their opinion,
how they feel, or their opinions.
Oh, so it's a racist opinion.
That's not. I mean, but
Yes.
He did state he don't care what color you are. He feel like he was in the wrong, and he said we really don't know what led up to it. All we saw was
Bro,
But we
video.
saw 9 minutes.
Bro, 9 minutes
Of
murder.
That's what we
Of
saw.
suffocation.
What? Cole,
Regardless.
what is your purpose of life of doing this? It can't be working out. They got 100 Planet Fitness. It can't be doing. It can't be what tasers, handcuffs, everything that
The
you can back
knee
up
on the neck,
in
that's personal.
9 minutes.
And I think
That felt so
personal.
I
think that
to me,
he
that's
already
personal.
had a vendetta
He
against him.
have.
And I don't want to say that he didn't mean to kill him. I'm going to say he wanted to be dominant in the situation. However, when he knew that man could not breathe, and everybody was telling him, and so was George Floyd, as a human, he should have stopped.
How dominant can you be with handcuffs on this man?
But
listen here, they pull out the gun. Not supposed to. You got cuz apprehended, detained.
I agree.
And you standing on him with
But
your like
this-
move
but this
and back
the
up
thing.
on the way.
But
What
this
if
the
I
thing.
need-
This a white man
What does
who
it
is
mean?
easily intimidated. He can have 3 pistols on him, and you walk up with nothing on you, and he gonna be intimidated by you.
The man has no arms and no.
I
feet,
agree.
No
I
nothing.
agree.
God, intimidated high. I'm sorry.
I will say this, cuz.
Previous animosity.
It get big. with
Yeah,
me, man.
previous animosity, and then we also sometimes your greatness will intimidate others, and I've had to deal with that, like dealing with racism in the professional world. When I had somebody tell me that a Caucasian to tell me that,
Of course.
I was, I had been afforded more opportunities than them. And
Tell them about 500-600 years
You
of that.
did- oh,
Go
okay.
ahead, bit out.
and I'm like, bruh, man, I had to overcome way more obstacles than you. I have to prove myself 100 times more than you got to prove yourself.
Even if I can live to prove myself. Keep
Right.
going, cuz. Keep going.
Right, but man, we had to go sit in front of a table for you to say. For you to say that I intimidate you because of the clothes I wear to work.
Hey, you popping that?
But I ain't
popping
I'm popping. Don't be mad because I got a little fashion sense.
You popping that?
Don't be mad, and don't be mad because when I walk in a room, you say I command attention.
Straight up.
So that's what I'm saying. I feel like it was that type of intimidation that Derrick had for George, because I mean George was he's this tall black man that
Popping it.
right, you know what I'm
Popping
saying?
it.
So like he like I'm here,
You did.
and then you got Derrick that's like this little puny little guy over here. So it's kind of like
A known bouncer,
yeah,
around the area.
right. So George
And he had a a significant other of a different race.
There you go. There you go.
I'm sure that played a huge part into it.
Because it's known in the community.
Right.
I wonder what their face was looking like when that verdict hit.
Oh,
They were looking
The
out of
sad
face?
part about it was we watched a murder, but we was nervous as a country about the verdict.
the verdict.
How sad is that to live in a country like that? We watched a murder and was
Still
Wow.
nervous.
on
why
eggshells.
are y'all surprised?
We're
Oh, I'm not at
We're
all.
not, but it's
but
just-
it's
Nothing
still,
when you
surprising.
think
but
about
it's,
I'm not shocked about
but
it.
it gets very precise and real in real time in real life when 100 years ago you've been sitting and yelling saying, hey man, say man, I'm right, not wrong, and you try to go against the big party, the powers that be, don't look into the sweep it up under the rug. But it why we feel some type of way, because we had one thing that we never had in the history of America, which is technology that brings substantial evidence right in front of you in the courtroom.
Right.
So now we're surprised because, brother, you've been hauling justice and substantial evidence and all these big words that the DA and all these people say and the judge and the man, hey, I shouldn't have to say nothing. Here it goes.
And truthfully,
Yes.
that's the only reason he was convicted. If it wasn't for that video,
Of course.
he would have not been
Of
convicted.
course, bro. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm surprised. What else the most that I should say or show? Go ahead, Ash.
But I think the fireman played a really big role in it. That fire lady, a firewoman, when she was, or she may have been an EMT, either way. But she played a very large role in it because during that whole video, she kept saying, "He cannot
Not
breathe.
breathe, yep.
Let me perform CPR. I am an EMT. I'm a fireman." Like, she's trying to provide help. And it was one doctor I want to say they had about 5 or 6 doctors that they had to watch this video. It was only one doctor that counted his breaths, that was able to tell when they started to slow down. And he was able to say, he should have known at this time that he started to slow down. He should have known this at this time because he's trained to know these things.
Exactly. And that's when he felt and that ego came in. Like he was saying, he was like, oh, yeah, I know this time, but I'm going to keep
Yeah, I'm going to do it. And I think he may have thought, yeah, I'm going to let up. I'm just going to make him pass out. But
He really went
9
unconscious.
minutes, man, if you ain't made somebody pass out in a good minute, you ain't finna make them pass out in 9. You finna kill them in 9.
You play with fire, you're going to get burned.
And since we are on the subject of police brutality and, a lot of unfortunate situations that go on in America, how do y'all feel about Ma'Kiha Bryant, the 16-year-old that was shot in the chest?
I'm angry about that.
So angry.
I'm angry about that because I have been Ma'Kiha before at that age. I've been in that situation. And for me, when the cop got out of the car, yes, she had a knife. She shouldn't have had the knife. I can say that. However, I also feel like when you pull up on my property and you trying to fight me, well, whatever I give you.
Hold that thought. Nobody noticed the girl, and this was who he should have shot at, the boy who kicked the girl in the head. Something fell from that other girl. Wasn't that a knife in her hand too?
It may have
The
been.
other girl had a weapon too.
I just, and so, but see, that's the whole thing. Like, and you use excessive force. My thing is, and my father was an Alabama State Trooper for 37 years. You're not gonna tell me that you had to shoot her 4 times in her chest.
Oh, I see it. Cool.
You're not gonna tell me
Oh, I see
that
it.
that's what you had to do. Now, when you walked up, you have a taser.
Oh, I see it.
Granted, she had a knife and her arm was back, but I would have took that taser out, and by the time you hit her with that taser, she's 16.
Cook, don't they still got the little baton stick? Cook could have threw that. You feel me?
You could have caught her from the back of her shirt. Do you know how many children I've had to snatch up? I'll snatch you from the back, and I'm gonna stop it.
Bro,
But
it was so many ways to de-escalate that. Me cut you
no,
off.
but I
My bad,
agree.
bro.
I agree,
4 times in the chest.
But
that what
the
you,
knife was
Come on, man.
launched like near the girl's head.
well, you should. Okay, listen. I totally agree with that, but I'm gonna tell you this is how I feel this is gonna play out.
He's gonna get off.
He's
I
gonna
feel.
get off, but those other girls that pulled up, they gonna get charged with murder.
Attempt at least.
Nah, I don't
No, let me
agree
tell
with
you
that.
why. I don't think it's fair, but I'm gonna tell you why they're gonna do it. Because they got a cover for him. And anytime you go to commit a crime, if somebody dies, They can charge you with murder.
something.
But they didn't die because of them. That's the only thing.
But you gonna argue it. That if I were the prosecutor, I'm gonna argue we wouldn't have been in this situation if you didn't show up to her house to fight her.
But their attorney is gonna come right back and argue, she did not die because of my clients. What? My clients were there. Actually, one of my clients were about to die because of her.
Okay, but then as the prosecutor, I'm gonna come back and say, but if your clients were at home, your client wouldn't even been in this situation. Your client came to her house. Your client came over here to fight.
Right.
Now, because of your action and wanting to fight over something that is probably ridiculous.
Right.
Now we got one person that lost a life.
But to the men and women of the jury, my clients are teenagers.
Oh, not to cut you
She
guys,
was a teenager. Did you not fight as teenagers?
But listen here, not to cut you guys off. I just want to let you know I really get 2 cups shawty. Guys, I hope you have the bucks to pay for this dialogue. Because that's who's losing first. If y'all go, there's a big dialogue going on. If you got the money to put in for these words, go ahead, BG.
What happened to somebody coming on your property?
Right.
That's all right, ain't it?
What happened to the standing ground?
But
So was it really her property? Because she felt too comfortable
Was
fighting. And she could have been enraged. Said she was getting picked on.
Right. I mean,
she was still fighting with the police pulling up. That has happened to me. Cutting across the police right there.
Yeah.
Could have easily lost my life.
That's the biggest thing. We don't have all the facts. Once we can get all the facts, it's not really for us to get the facts, but once we have more information on what took place that day, then we can better make a judgment of what happened.
Engage it.
And what that officer, because we see what happened. As soon as the officer got out the car, some people were fighting. Boom, they fell right in front of him. He looked up. She had the knife. He yelled stop a couple of times and opened fire. So we know what happened once the officer got there. But what led up to it? That's going to give us a better picture of what's really going on.
But I still feel like he used excessive force. 4 shots? Nah.
Bro, let me tell you something, cuz. That's crazy. Not to cut you off.
Go.
Bro, they call me crazy. Cuz I have seen a video today, Caucasian man and 2 Caucasian officers. The man was ready to lose his life. I'm talking about totally abusing and using excessive force to the officers as much as possible. Never did touch them, but endangered them by waving a knife, somewhat object in front of them. And going like this in front of them. And guess what they had out?
Looked like a butcher knife.
They had their batons out.
That's the difference.
What? Now, she's about to, quote unquote, another person that's probably can't even get this out. And you could have did so much with them.
But you know what their argument going to be?
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Their argument will be they are trained to protect. He's going to say he was protecting the girl that was going to get stabbed.
Okay,
exactly.
Okay.
That's going to be the argument to get him off.
Okay. That weighs not as bigger than someone trying to, quote unquote, cause attempted murder or murder to an officer. They're going to go way harder than a civilian.
Clearly, the officers didn't feel threatened. Because if they did, they would have eliminated the suspect immediately.
Brandon, you see this man? He was out there windmilling like
Did you call this on me?
But if no other civilians are in the immediate area and the officers can retreat, they're not threatened. So then they can use a taser, see if that comes down. Because if all else fails, if that don't work, they can step back and pull their 9 and handle their business. But in that case, when he jumped out of that car, he just saw the girl in pink, whomever she might be, possibly finna get gutted like a fish. And so that's the first thing that went off in his head is, I gotta protect.
Bro,
and he protected. He
could
protected her.
Could have protected in a whole different way. She had a knife, brother. Now I wouldn't have no argument if she had an AK out there finna get ready to squeeze or anything like that. Grenade. I'm talking about anything finna go stupid. Rocket launcher.
But
I can understand
the way officers are trained, you up the level of force.
Well, okay, so what happened to?
Here's the thing: you supposed to, and this is the issue that we have with our police officers. They should be trained to de-escalate. As a social worker, I have walked into some of the roughest neighborhoods, and the only thing between me and a parent that I'm snatching a child out their arms was a manila folder. And if I can make it up out of it and de-escalate a situation,
with a manila folder.
You ain't gonna tell me you got a
You
9
gotta
on
shoot
your,
somebody
on your
in their chest
arm.
4
You
times.
you got a taser on this side, and 9 times out of 10 they got one on their ankle.
But
you
Ashley,
not gonna tell me you can't de-escalate it.
Ash, you did how many years of college?
4. Then do you know how many officers have been to college?
But hold on. Time out. You did 4 years of college to become the social worker. They do 6 weeks of police academy.
Let me tell you something.
And they get on the streets.
But some things are common sense.
But de-escalating techniques aren't common sense. Everybody don't know how to de-escalate a bad
you don't need to be
situation.
an officer.
Exactly.
But that's something
They
we
need to be
fix.
trained in
They
doing
do need
that.
to be
You're
trained.
100% correct about that. They
They
need to be trained.
because I'm gonna say this.
Say it.
If that had been, if Ma'Kiha had been, if her complexion had not been so melanated,
Say it, Ashley. She been a white girl.
she would have been taken away in handcuffs. There are too many
And that's what I'm trying to tell you. B.
non-melanin.
I'm trying to tell you,
people
cuz.
Why are y'all gaining up on
No.
Because I feel like you trying to make an excuse for them, man.
I'm not making no excuses.
He just always
What-
play devil advocate.
what-
That's all he
No,
does.
what-
He's leading up to what's gonna happen
What's
when
gonna
he get
happen?
off.
I am
The
looking
officers
at
are gonna get
the
off.
full scope. Don't let the George Floyd case fool y'all. We ain't made that much
ain't made it
progress.
nowhere.
But hey, we made. Hey, listen. It's not. Hey, listen. We might
So,
not be where we at, but we ain't
These
where
are
we was.
all
We
the
did.
same excuses that defense attorney is gonna bring up in court. If it even, I don't think it's gonna go to
If
court.
it go to court,
I don't think it's even gonna make it there. They're not gonna press charges. He's gonna be right back out on the streets.
And the only reason I feel like that because there's been a lot of people in the same that got off with the same scenario, knife in hand, about to attempt. You know,
Because that's all
That's
they
all-
need.
that's
All
all
they
they
need is a reason.
at the
But
end of the
at
day,
end of the, oh my bad, BG.
you're fine. At the end of the day, it literally took me back to a year or two ago when me and my sister was going at it with some people and the police pulled up and we didn't stop.
Yeah.
That could have easily been one of us over some stupid.
So that
Over
that-
some
that-
completely-
bro, but
Right.
not oh
Stupid.
Lord Jesus. BG, let me tell you something right here. There she go, y'all. Let me tell
Man, what
BG,
happened?
I have to cuz it got so real when you said that.
He just hit the camera. That's all.
You was out like this.
but listen, that goes to show me and Ashley take on the situation. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. You had multiple girls in that parking lot fighting that night. Don't know what they had. And you probably could have seen what
But
they
the
had.
sad part
But
to me
listen, what they
was-
didn't do. Guess what they didn't do? All y'all left and went home to your family.
Sure did.
Whether it was, you know what I'm saying, 24-hour lockup, whatever it was. Y'all went home. That's a perfect example of what Ash Mo trying to say on how to de-escalate multiple. You know what I'm saying? And they're looking at this. Officer looked at one individual, and you could have been. And you want to talk about super cop? Super cops actually de-escalate
They do.
and come up with a solution and make sure everybody walks.
Away.
Listen, everybody walks not only away, but the ones that did wrong is rightfully prosecuted for what they did, detained, paperwork, and that's how it's done.
In a dream world,
Bruh, it ain't no dream
hold on.
world because she
And
just
then-
went
no,
through it.
no. In a dream world, every cop would do that. That's not where we
not
live.
every-
We live in America. In America, we have been killed for
How
years.
Cuz was?
Who? The officer?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
He looked
He
young.
just- he did.
exactly. Sound like Cuz just graduated.
But then you look at old girl a couple of weeks back that shot that guy and thought she pulled her taser. She had
And
been on
she
the
was
force
on the
for
force
26
what,
years.
20 some years.
She did not think that she pulled no taser.
Under no circumstances.
Now.
Now hold up.
I'm going to call a spade a
Yeah,
spade.
hold up. Joker, deuce.
That taser might weigh a pound at the most.
Joker, deuce.
And that 9 weigh a couple of pounds.
Joker,
More than
deuce.
a
And right. And you are trained because every officer keeps their gun and their taser in the same areas. They don't swap them out. It ain't even swapped out because it's left
Exactly.
hand or right hand.
Exactly.
They are there.
Exactly.
So that if anything happens,
Stationary.
you know, if I'm watching something and I see you go to your right hand side, boom, I notice the gun is supposed to be on this side. I know the taser supposed to be over here. So
Ash, you didn't only pick it up. Guess what you did?
You
aimed it.
yes,
Not only you
you
aimed
looked
it.
at this. That
And
taser
you
is yellow.
Man, you pulled it because it
Hold on.
sound like you squeezed.
Hold on.
See?
Multiple points.
Ashley,
she had to pull it, take the safety off, because the officer's safety stay on.
Yeah.
So she had to pull it, safety off, aim it. And the whole time she aiming while they trying to de-escalate, she can clearly see that gun is all black. And
She
her
was
taser
ovulating.
is highlighter yellow.
No,
she was ovulating.
She meant to kill him, but she just thought she was gonna get off on that one. Now, sis,
No.
we coming.
She was ovulating.
Yeah, she was.
She was having a bad day.
Now,
She was looking for the big boy, not the
because
little boy.
that's on video, and because her raggedy excuse, terrible
Oh, that was
excuse,
horrible.
she's gonna get they're gonna definitely give her at least manslaughter charges.
Yeah, but she ain't gonna
That
be in
sound
jail
like
but a couple of
promotion.
years,
I mean,
but-
sound like probation.
The sad part, let's rewind. The baby called for help for herself. You called for help.
Can I play devil's advocate?
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'd be
As
loving
always.
Internet, don't counsel me.
As
I'm just playing
always.
We
devil's
finna
advocate.
counsel you.
That man, he
it.
crazy.
He behind Brett Favre.
Been crazy.
He right behind Brett Favre.
Big crazy. The big X. What you got, B?
I need a red hat that says Ma'Kiha across the top. Support my people. No, I'm devil's advocate. Yeah.
Go ahead, I'd be
As
loving it.
always.
Internet, don't counsel me.
As
I'm just playing
always.
We
devil's
finna
advocate.
counsel you.
That man, he crazy.
He behind Brett Favre.
Been crazy.
He right behind Brett Favre.
Big crazy. The big X. What you got, B?
I need a red hat that says Ma'Kiha across the top. Support my people. No, I'm joking.
Oh, this man, he playing with the council, folks. He playing with
Look.
it. He crazy.
How was the officer supposed to know whom out there in all that fuss?
Right.
Who called the police? He didn't know nothing.
That's true.
They don't get that on their computer in the car.
Well, they didn't get.
They
the
just
same,
responded to
they
the
didn't
call.
get the same thing when they pulled up on BG and her cousin, her first cousin, third cousin, long cousin.
Difference. They were just fighting. There weren't no weapons
When
involved.
they went,
Okay, so can I give y'all?
that's the
can
biggest thing.
Can I give y'all an experience from me?
hey, daytime versus
So,
nighttime. Go
I
ahead.
was in college. Me and my college roommate got into it because she thought that she was gonna smoke some illegal herbs in my dorm room.
No.
Your
hard on tuition money for
Hold
it.
on. No.
Let's
No,
time
listen.
stamp it
No,
because
hold on.
it's not illegal now.
Hold on.
Let's time stamp it.
Listen.
Shout out to my
So
people.
you had the option to pick if you wanted a smoking room or a non-smoking. Now you
Oh.
asked for a non-smoking,
Oh,
but you want to come up in here and start smoking.
that what they
Now-
didn't tell you.
Now see, I don't like when people test my gangster.
Okay.
Right.
First time I told her you need to go and chill out.
What you did, Ashmo?
Chill out.
The second time.
The second time, I walked in, I smelled it. There was a gang of folks you
What
got
it
in my
smelled like?
You shut up.
Like a skunk, huh?
Yeah. You got a gang of folks in my house.
Uh-huh.
Well, in our dorm room.
Uh-huh.
Getting lit. Smoked out.
In
I
a
went-
non-smoking section.
In a non-smoking section.
That you had an option.
I got allergies like a mug. Okay? So I'm already irritated. I went down in my car. I sat in the room. I said, all y'all better be gone when I get back up these steps.
You know what that sound like? Dirty boys. Go outside, pop the trunk, and call
And make the whole club hit
the dot. I'm sorry, Ashmo. I'm so sorry.
Shut up, listen. But for real though, I went to my trunk. I have never owned a gun in my life, but I went to my trunk. I got my crowbar out my trunk. Okay.
She
Go
finna beat somebody with
outside.
time.
I was
Grab
finna beat that. So
the
as
crowbar.
I'm getting it out the trunk, all I see is everybody running down the steps. Now, mind you, on the way down the steps, I done called Homeboy PD. Because I'm going to need you to get on up here because I'm about to tag her. So, they all run down the steps. Dudes holding up their pants. Big boy, he weighed about 475. He was hop down them steps real quick. Trying to get to his truck. I don't care where y'all go, but y'all can get up out of my house. That where you gonna go. I don't care if you don't like me. I done went up there. She done ran. She done said, she tried to hate me. And I ran into her room and then locked the door. Well, at this time, I done grabbed a butcher knife too. So I got a butcher knife and a crowbar.
Let
And
go.
I'm banging on your door. Bring that ass here. That's all I'm saying. Because I told you don't do it. You knew you weren't supposed to be doing it anyway. Now, when homeboy pulled up in my apartment, I answered the door with a butcher knife in my hand. What up?
Difference. There's a difference.
Hold on.
There's
Now what's the deal?
Hold
There's
on.
a difference.
Hold on.
You know I always have your
There's
back.
a difference.
Hold on. Now, I'm in here going off. Because I know you, anybody who know me know y'all hear my voice a mile away.
You going off right now.
There you go.
You going.
I know.
That's
Right?
crazy.
All the way off.
Keep
Anyway,
going.
when I opened that door with that butcher knife, the officer said, ma'am, listen. Put the knife on the counter. Just put it on the counter, babe. I'm like on 1,000. And I'm like, that bitch got me. I'm going in. Yeah. He said, just put it on the counter. I got this. Okay, I trust you. I set that butcher knife on that counter.
12 walked in.
He went in. He banged on her door. Now, the whole apartment smelled like weed.
Oh, big gas. Zaza.
Bang on her door. She come to the door butt naked.
No.
As if this, and then turn the shower on her door.
This story took a turn.
Now, he looked at her.
What
he doing? Said, go back in there, put on some clothes, and come back out here, because you been in there smoking weed. Man, I was asleep. Now she red. You know when red folk get lit. They hold demeanor. You see it all on their
eyes, everything.
Fire red.
Fire red. Red as your head, good. But that officer was able to de-escalate it.
And tell us once again how he de-escalated the situation.
He used his biggest weapon of every weapon that any officer has on them. Your mouth is your biggest weapon.
Wow.
They tell you that in any training when you dealing with anybody, your mouth is your biggest weapon.
Wow.
So if he can use his, Lil Barney Fife could have used his too. Now, just because you ain't got no bass in your voice, sir.
Huh.
You need to work on that. That's like a personal problem. I can't fix
that commotion going on out there. He stepped out the car. Hey, guys, come here, guys. Come here.
No, that ain't how you handle it.
Come on.
How you handle it, Ashmo?
Because first of all, if I got out that car and I'm a police officer, and I see y'all out here acting a fool. Because that's what you do, acting a fool. I'm getting out this car. I'm not going to be cussed everybody out. By the time I finish going off, it's going to shock you. Because you're going to be like, who is that over there? Because you're going to turn around ready to tell me by myself that you're going to forget that I'm fighting this person over here. But he didn't do that. He just said, stop. Stop ain't the word you use. If you are a trained officer, you can get out of any situation without having to shoot nobody. Man, my dad's on the force 37 years.
The point
you did. That's what I'm saying.
The point.
You feel me?
The point that I was getting ready to make. When you're talking about your situation, the difference that I was going to point out is when they arrived, she was in her room with the door closed. You answered the door with a butcher knife in your hand. They had ample amount of time because they didn't think you were after them. You weren't a threat to them because they had room to step back. They could have raised it there if you wanted to raise it there, but they had ample space where even if you swung a butcher knife, they could have stepped back, regained composure, then pull their guns. Wait, let me finish.
She wasn't a threat to them, though, right?
Let me finish. Sure. But she was a threat to somebody else.
Okay, keep going.
That was the point. Hold on. Wait, listen to me.
Okay.
Listen to me.
Okay.
Her roommate was in her room with the door closed.
In the same premises. On the same premises.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
On the same premises.
Let me finish.
Okay.
When he stepped out of the car, she was in the act of getting ready to swing the knife. That is the difference. That's the biggest difference. They were able to de-escalate that situation because nobody was in immediate danger.
I disagree.
When he stepped out of the car, someone was in immediate danger.
I disagree. I disagree. No, wait.
That's the big difference.
I disagree. You want me to tell you why I disagree? Because there is calls that happen every millisecond. Dispatch, officer, we have domestic. That means there's two people on that property. And what you have behind closed doors, I'm pretty sure it was a domestic call or something to that degree. She came to the house with a butcher knife, meaning that the other individuals behind that door. Let alone she was in the room, she was behind the door. That means you have the person that answered the door off a domestic call with the actual weapon, regardless of what it is. Obviously, it can be a knife, a butter knife in this case. No matter what it is. Okay, now you pull up, and there was no excessive force. Guess what? That same protocol and procedures that could be used should have been used then, but it wasn't used then.
You are missing, but
you're missing. You're missing.
Listen to
you know how many domestic calls?
Listen. Domestic is one thing. Hold on. Domestic is one thing. But if that same situation happens, that happened with her and her roommate, correct?
That happens a million times.
If they would have walked in that apartment and saw you getting ready to swing a knife on your roommate,
Brother,
things would have escalated.
Have you
to
not
100.
seen the videos and the substantial evidence that have been shown to people that answered the door with a weapon in their hand off a domestic call? And the executive
Answering the door with the weapon is not the issue here. If they would have pulled up and she just had the knife in her hand, that's not the problem. The problem is she was about to swing it. That is the issue. He shot because he saw the other girl in pink, and he immediately saw Ma'Kiha as a threat. Eliminate the threat, save a life. He saw her about to stab the other girl. He had to eliminate the threat.
You not?
I'm not taking
listen.
Please don't come.
Listen. Do you
I'm
listen? Listen. When,
phone.
like I say, off these calls, when these people come to the door with the weapon in their hand, the officer immediately feels in danger. So they use executive. So
no, they don't. No, sir, they do not.
I have
no, they do not.
I have yes. I have
depending on what their weapon is.
I have a system.
I
can show you
So
clips.
it seems like we need to de-escalate something right now.
I
don't. I stopped teaching 6 years ago, but I will go back. Stop it.
I don't need the one that gonna come shoot it up. Come here, gonna have a healthy debate.
Listen, no, for real. Let me ask y'all something. Now, when that officer pulled up, because this is what I want some information from. When the officer pulled up, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Ma'Kiha was facing the girl in the pink.
Correct.
Right. She had her hand back this way with the knife.
Correct.
The girl was this way. Ma'Kiha got shot in her chest 4 times. So at some point, when you said stop, she went from this position of having her hand back to go forward to turn around to get shot. Now my question is, hold on, let me listen. Now, this is my question.
Go ahead.
Did she get shot in the back and it came through her chest this way? Because
which made her
right. In some way, that child was shot, and if those bullets went in this way, at that moment when she turned around, she was no longer a threat because her attention was no longer on the girl in the pink. It was on the officer.
Now, you have me. Should he have fired 4 shots? Hell no. 4 shots shouldn't have been
Not
fired.
even the first one.
I'm not, and again, I keep stressing this because I know somebody's gonna clip this video, and my face is gonna be plastered all over social media next week. I'm not saying that I'm taking up for the officer or I'm agreeing with the officer. If you think I don't stand for black issues, go back and watch some of our past video. I literally walked off an episode.
I'm not saying you don't stand with us, but I'm really asking a legit question because we have so many African Americans that are coming out and that are saying, well, Ma'Kiha shouldn't have been doing this. But my question, I don't think anybody stopped to ask the question. If Ma'Kiha was shot in her chest, at some point, if I have my back to you, in order for cuz to shoot me in my chest, I gotta turn around and face you.
I'm waiting.
I gotta turn around and
waiting to
face
hit you in your chest.
Cause you ain't gonna shoot me.
I'm waiting.
The only way you gonna shoot me and it's gonna come out my chest is
waiting.
if you shoot me in my back.
Premeditated. I'm waiting to. I'm waiting.
Shot in the back, he will get in trouble.
Well, do we know? I mean, we have seen the video.
At this point, it don't matter where you get shot at this point.
Right, but see, it's a lot of questions that's out there because
that's what I'm saying.
If I'm an attorney, I'm gonna fight that, and I'm gonna say, well, when the video played, before he shot her back was to him.
Exactly.
When she turned around,
why he couldn't just tase her?
Number one, you could have tased her.
There's a lot of things you could have did when her back is turned to you.
Right.
Talking about these
and in all honesty, even if he had shot her, he could have shot her ass cheek because officers are taught to shoot at the mask. So that goes from here to here. That's where you train to shoot. If I got my back to you, you could have shot me clean in my ass cheek. Then I would have been laying on my stomach for some weeks.
And you know they think out that way.
And the way she reacted on being shot, the way she kind of raised her leg, I think the first one probably hit her in the hip. Just judging by her reaction. Now the reports are she was shot 4 times in the chest.
And you know when you hit something, so cuz seen her hit in the hip, but he released 3 more times.
So if
that's the
adrenaline.
If that and that's what I was saying, that he was just riding that trigger. Once he hit her, he had no intentions on stopping until she went down.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. It was premeditated. Like, you feel me?
You went too far. I'm not saying if he shot her, I would have understood if he had hit her in her hip or he had hit her anywhere else. But you knew that your bullet connected with her body on that first shot. You're trained to watch when you shoot that. When you shoot your gun, you're trained to watch where your bullet goes. So you knew, and for you to continue to pull your trigger, and this wasn't no. Man, don't give us it. That was what you pulled out. You pulled out a 9.
Cool. I'm talking about close range, broad day.
Right.
Keep going.
So you didn't pull out something that's just when you Tommy, whatever your name is from God, that ain't what you were doing.
Come on, man.
You legit
My
pulled out.
question with that in de-escalation, we didn't see a lot of this going on. I don't know if they changed training. We didn't see a lot of this going on growing up because we used to love watching 911.
But you know what?
They used to de-escalate everything.
We did. It just be like cuz said.
It's media.
It's media now. It was happening then, but it was able to be pushed up under the rug.
And they could make up any story.
BG, that made me think.
But them
I'm finna counsel.
911
Guess who I'm finna
stories.
counsel?
Because
Guess
cops and 911
Guess who I'm finna counsel?
That was all edited.
Guess who I'm finna counsel? Now
None of that was live.
y'all folk made me think. Guess who I'm finna counsel? Chips. I ain't tell them what they were doing.
Shut up, man.
Tell them what they were doing.
You're so crazy.
I'm glad cuz did that because we definitely need to lighten the mood. God, hold on. Once again, I gotta do this again. If you gonna clip the episode, put this in there too. I am not standing with the officer. A lot of this is me playing devil's advocate. I support black women. I support black people. Black Lives Matter. Real talk. I don't support the organization, but I support the movement.
Correct.
You feel me?
What wrong with that organization?
Ooh, they got some stuff going on.
White people own it.
Oh, for real?
George Soros, it's a whole ordeal.
Money thing.
Money is ruling things over there. Cream.
All right,
Cash
to line
rule
it
everything.
up.
Get the money, dollar.
Let's line the load.
What we got, BG?
Okay, come on.
420 holiday.
Woo!
Let's talk about it, man.
Let's do it.
Because so many people, my issue with that, why in the hell do people keep saying happy birthday, Bob Marley? His birthday was February 6th with mine. Okay, cut that dumb shit
But people
out.
don't even know why 420
They don't
is even
know.
a day. 420 was not even the day. That's the killing part.
It was because of the time.
These
That's
kids
the crazy.
got together at 420 every
Because that's what time they
afternoon
could
after
So,
school.
smoke.
What happened? Say it again.
It wasn't the day.
It wasn't a day. It was a group of teenagers from Cali in the 70s would get together at 4:20 p.m.
Because
every
you could
day
only
after school
smoke
to
cigarettes on campus,
Right, and
but
they-
you couldn't smoke marijuana.
Right.
So after school, they would meet at 4:20 at the flagpole or whatever.
Yeah.
At 4:20 p.m. to smoke. It wasn't even a day.
I didn't know
the
that.
time.
It was the time. So that's the thing. Everybody be hollering about 420. Man, they were doing this all 365.
They were
at
doing it
4:20
every
p.m.
single day at
Wow.
4:20 p.m.
I learn something new every day.
So
Yeah.
the moral of this story is if you want to celebrate 420,
You
Do
can
it
do
at
it
4:20.
every
roll you up
day.
on at 420
Every
p.m.
day.
Now hold up, they would keep them p.m. not a.m. What they-
PM.
PM.
After school.
After
After
school,
school.
baby.
420
After
p.m.
school.
roll you up, wasn't it?
learn something new every day. I did not know that.
Right here, live.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to bring, because everybody just arguing and why y'all so
Oh no, that's
And
big.
they don't
They
even know why.
They don't even know why it's supposed to. They just want
But
to
you
get
know
in.
what? 70s, I thought this society was stressful. They could smoke at school back in the day. How
Oh, yeah.
stressful could
Tell
you
me
be?
about
But y'all know
What
what?
But
Know
when you
that.
go to old schools, you can see those little ashtray things.
Yeah, yep.
Built in, they be built in
Yeah.
front of the school. Yeah.
But y'all know what though? No lie. I think about when I was a kid. I was like 4. My grandmother would let me go to the gas station and buy her some Filter King Cools.
Yep.
I cannot
Yeah.
send my 13-year-old nephew in the gas station
No,
to buy
so-
me nothing.
Because everybody going to jail
I've
when you
been
do that.
since I was
Right.
a kid.
Yeah.
I was buying cigarettes
Yeah.
for my mom.
Yeah.
It was so bad to when I turned 19, nothing changed for me.
At all.
Cause I weren't buying them for myself,
At
so I'm
all.
still buying them for her. Never got carded, never got
all.
ID. They never even
At
questioned
all.
it. So you know what I'm saying?
Everything's good in the hood.
There you go.
That's a thing.
So hopefully, I hope somebody learned something new about 420.
Yeah,
Leave
that
these
was
folks
great
alone.
advice right now.
Definitely,
Let them
definitely.
smoke every day
Every day.
on the
Hey.
clock. And
On the
also,
clock.
every day off the clock.
Because listen here,
Don't.
no,
420 of the clock.
no. Because 420, they was smoking on the clock. At 4:20 p.m., those kids were smoking, and when they left there, notice those restaurants allowed you to smoke too. So guess what the co-workers was doing before those kids pulled up? Smoking on the clock.
We talking about smoking that stink though.
Oh no, they was smoking that stain. They was smoking that stink. Cali?
Not at school they wasn't.
Boy, they been smoking stank at school before school was in school.
They was smoke. They were allowed to smoke cigarettes. You ain't just listen to what they just said.
Oh, cigarettes.
The kids were allowed to smoke cigarettes. They had to wait till after school to smoke weed.
Okay, call me crazy. Ain't nobody ever heard of funny cigarettes? You think them folk wasn't smoking funny cigarettes?
Not back then.
Cool.
Cali, could they? Okay, they call me crazy.
But you know, it
think
got to
they
be
was
something
smoking that
special. Everybody call the Cali weed. Got to be
Bro,
something
I'm
special.
please.
It's
Okay,
almost
I don't
famous.
want you to miss this session and not be
I'm
out.
not gonna miss this session though.
And I wish I could find the
420.
photo.
Because you find them on 420.
On
No, I
420.
ain't about them to that. Ain't
On
I ain't
420,
set up
they
for that.
had the Derrick Chauvin, what you call those? The little weed packs.
Oh, pre-rolls
Yeah, like they had them in the pack. What they call those that be in the pack? The little weed they begin.
in the pack.
Yeah.
It's called weed in the pack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they had it. no, it's called something
What you talking about? Like
else.
when you go to a dispensary?
I'm like, we in Alabama. We ain't made it that far yet.
Oh, right.
Weed in the
That
pack.
wasn't like what?
It
Got
come
your
in a
little
pack.
sandwich bag.
It was a
What's
name for it, and I'm gonna come up with
You
it.
talking about the pre-rolled?
Weed in the pack.
That come in the little packs.
It's the
What they be called?
pre-rolled. The pre-rolled. Jesus. Pre-rolled.
Because they be calling them the cupcake. Oh, I got the icy. Oh, I got the
Oh, yeah.
President Obama.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
But they-
out of the dispensary.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the name
Yeah,
brand.
that's the
Y'all
brand.
know
Yeah,
I
the
don't
type of
smoke.
weed.
As-
I
But
don't
yeah,
but I've been
that
learning.
very day they had packs printed out. Guilty. It was called Guilty. With
Oh
Derrick
no, they
Chauvin.
got a gas guilty.
It said
I got
420.
Smoke you some guilty.
Yeah. They got it.
Speaking of that, did y'all see where Rhonda Whiffen went back and pardoned all municipal marijuana offenses? 15,000 people had their records pardoned.
Hold on, who did this?
Mayor Randall Wood.
Whiffen, Birmingham.
Birmingham now.
Hold on,
If
Swabo.
you got caught in Birmingham and you had like a small amount, now he ain't talking about the
Do we need
pounds or the kilos,
Hold
just
on.
a small amount,
Municipal.
Well, you come to work and learn you something. Hold on.
just a small
The
amount.
mayor of Birmingham, where we do trap like so you a lot of legit.
Yeah.
Culture did what?
He pardoned everybody.
Now hold up.
So
15,000.
on 420, bro signed 15,000
From 1990 to 2020.
Yep.
Do we need to cut for
you
go
okay.
check?
You mean to tell me all my boys locked up in the city, locked up in the county,
No,
off the .5?
Nope. City only. City only.
City.
Oh, city charge.
City only.
City.
City
Oh,
charges.
my boy, so if I riding through the hand last night and I just hit that west, that east, that north, and that west, and I blow me a good gas, probably a
Now,
.5
hold
or
on.
grand.
No, that ain't about no new stuff,
No,
no.
because he did it on 420.
Yeah.
And so it don't cover anything past it.
If I was riding with that gas on 419 through the city on that north and east and west and got booked at 11:59.
You good.
He probably pardoned you, man.
What?
Yeah.
Oh God, Jesus, this is big. I'm
Cool.
so
Cool.
I was in there. What the party was when I?
Carl ain't been everywhere, cool.
How you ain't seen it?
I remember what the package is called. Runts. What are those?
Runts. Runts in my blood.
They got the guilty runts out.
Yeah, get to runts.
Dang, she came out
On
of the blue.
both
She, came, she
Nowhere.
said she was on. She
I
She
don't-
was like, I got it. And I'm like, what she got?
I told y'all.
We just took
Talk about
literally a
weed.
45-minute break.
one
And
she
of
talking
the
about,
I
I
forgot
got
all
it.
about that.
She,
Okay.
one of the most.
What was the movie? How drunk? Then it came to me after
I
the
say
shot.
one
man.
of the most working hard producers in the game. She was not gonna let the show go without letting y'all know about them good.
Oh,
What they call
Guilty.
Good right.
Guilty
Hey.
runs. 420.
Okay, I got a question for
That
y'all.
is why
I
she
got a
the live
question
little
for y'all.
legit producer.
Go ahead.
You
Go-
We
did.
all grown. We
Right.
all grown, right?
Talk to him, Ash Mo.
So, if I want y'all to tell me
What you got? What you got?
the funniest story you got when you got high.
Ooh.
If you ever got high, I'm gonna kick it off, okay? I'm gonna kick it off,
I
okay?
get high. I get high.
I'm gonna kick it off on y'all, okay? So listen,
All right.
I have never been a person to take any
Substance.
substances, no recreational things. I don't even like to take Lortabs when I broke my ankle, man. Like, I will just take ibuprofen to be good because
Right.
I hate to be out of control.
What about Benadryl?
Now I can take that at night because my allergies so jacked up. I need that.
Okay.
I took one this morning. I think this was wrong.
Yeah, that might be.
And I ain't been to sleep yet.
That probably would have
Okay.
So, I go on a trip to an undisclosed location at an undisclosed time in my life.
Okay.
And I go with somebody that is a connoisseur
Of the
marijuana.
Of the herbs.
Of the marijuana. Of the
Herbs of the
marijuana.
earth.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Complete connoisseur. So, I'm talking cash money, right? I could take it. I could trust the stuff.
Pop
They
it.
said they go to a dispensary, okay? So they said, I'm going to get you an edible.
This wasn't long ago.
Okay.
This wasn't
So-
long ago.
They get the edible. When they get the edible, they say, well, you just pinch off a little bit, right? So I got a sweet tooth, okay? So
Whoa. Hey, please explain to the people what kind of edible it was.
it was a marshmallow, the Rice Krispie treat.
Rice
Oh, bless your heart.
Blue wrapper.
So I got a sweet tooth. So I'm just sitting here just snacking. And I'm snacking. And they over there, they done roll they blunt, they jank, whatever.
Backwood.
They over there getting it. They say, hey, you want to try this? I said, okay. I don't feel nothing from the edible, right?
Ash Mo hit the backwood.
Now, listen. They have already, I was told by
backwood
multiple
cow.
people, when you try edible, do not eat all of it. Okay?
Okay.
My dumb ass.
Ate all of it.
Supposed to be going out to the club that night.
Mm-hmm.
We done sit up on the rooftop. I done hit the blunt a couple times. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling good.
Couple backwood.
Well, I'm eating the edible. I done sat here and ate the whole damn edible.
Oh, God.
Listen,
Oh,
cuz,
wow.
you ate the
Okay,
God.
so
Rice
we
Krispies.
go back inside to our living arrangements.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, okay, I'm feeling good, man. Yeah, let me go get dressed. We finna go out. We finna see the city. We finna blah.
Went back there in the bedroom, then come back out.
Guys, this
No,
is
listen.
before she goes out.
This is before. Okay? So, I go in the bedroom. I change my clothes. I come out. I'm ready. Bam.
Pop, let's
Got
go.
on my booty shorts. Got on everything.
let go.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
Yo, I sit down at the table, waiting on one other person to get dressed. I look at my outfit. I said, I hate this shit. So I go back in the room again.
And we finna pop
Change
it.
to a whole other outfit.
Like, booty
I come out. Okay. this
booty
look good.
short, leg
Yeah,
on stupid.
Come back in. Sit my ass back down. They putting on their shoes. Okay, we ready.
Okay, what happened this time?
2 minutes later, I hate this shit.
Let
I
go
go
back in the room,
back
let
in
go
the room,
stupid, let go
change my
stupid.
outfit again.
We finna go stupid one more time.
So
Turn up. You finna go stupid. You
I'm
try
gonna
this out.
stupid one more time.
Hey,
Okay.
booty
Sexy
short.
again.
What happened the third time, though? God.
I tell my man back. I sit down at the table.
Uh-huh.
They taking shots. I said, y'all, I can't take no shots. That's all I remember seeing. And I'm leaning on the table like this. So one of the people that came with, they was like, hey, this is literally what they did. But it felt like they went like bam, bam. So my heavy-handed ass turned around and says, bitch, don't fucking hit me like that. And they like, your motherfucking ass gotta be high. I'm gonna act like you ain't damn hit me. Okay. Well, I did hit your motherfucking ass because you hit me. Okay. Y'all, no lie. I go back in the room. They come in there. They say, is you ready? I can't get up. Like, I got stuck. I got stuck in the bed. Y'all, oh my God. So one of my friends stayed behind with me. And bless his heart. He is like a complete square. Like, never done anything. And like, he is like, yeah, 4 whole corners, okay? But he got like ADHD. So he be like all over the place. And so, all I kept saying was, call him. No, but you call 911. I gotta go to the hospital. Now, mind you, I have a flight to catch in like 6 hours. My dumb ass, I gotta call 911. I gotta go to the hospital. So the square calls the connoisseur. The connoisseur says, don't you call no damn 911. I got all that goddamn weed on that table now. And ain't none of us got no damn card to have this shit.
Oh, my God.
So he's like, drop the L down to 60. Just drop it all the way down. Throw her ass in the bed and give her something to snack on. She'll be all right. So I go to sleep. I cannot function because I wake up and I'm not in control. Like, I was just like, oh my God, I'm so high. I'm so high. The square friend leaves and goes on a date. Okay?
Left you there alone.
Well, they leave the damn key with me. We're up on the 13th floor. You have to buzz in to get into the building and to get up to the room.
Hell.
Left you responsible for all that.
They calling me. They downstairs. I'm high as a goddamn kite.
And these folk.
They tell me, Esther, you gotta come let us in. You gotta come let us in. Y'all, I get downstairs. When I get downstairs, these motherfuckers done got on the elevator. And my elevator opens. Imagine it took me about 20 minutes to get down there. My elevator opens. They elevator closing. So I get back upstairs. They like 10 feet in front of me. Y'all swear it felt like it was a whole damn mile.
Man.
I was like, y'all bitches left me. That's all I kept saying. Man, I ain't tried that shit no more. Like, that was it. That was all I need. No more. I don't want none of it.
Oh, man.
No. The first, last, and only time.
That's how it was. That's how
I don't want none of that. Y'all keep that. Just give me some ibuprofen. And some liquor.
Yeah, just some liquor.
The 10? What ibuprofen? What you need? What size Miller brand?
800, man.
800. I'm talking about the 10. I'm thinking lower tab.
Yeah, you think about lots of baby.
No,
Ibuprofen ain't finna do nothing. Ibuprofen ain't finna do nothing but stop the pain and let me go on by my life.
Wow.
The gas did you like that?
Man, I ain't trying to.
Y'all must have
The
never had a
gas
good
did it like
edible.
that.
The 420 stories from Ashmo.
Don't do this shit.
Don't do it.
Kids,
I'm
don't
with
try it.
Don't try it.
It ain't even worth it.
It ain't worth it at all.
I would dishevel.
It ain't worth it at
The
all.
same way.
B, tell me, I know you got a story.
Look, I experimented when I was in high school. I got a couple. I've been really sitting over here racking my brain like which one I'm gonna go with, which one I'm gonna go with.
So you're a connoisseur.
No, I'm not. No, we're not gonna put that room out to the world. No, sir, I am not.
Connoisseur.
I am not. But I'm gonna tell y'all the story of when I almost got caught. I look back on it now and I laugh. So my partner, I ain't gonna say no names
We
in
don't
the
say no
story.
name. We don't say no name.
But my partner, it was a lady, well, girl at this point in time. We were young, high school. She comes down to the house.
I already know what time it is.
I was like, look, I ain't smoking no more. I gotta get back in football shape, right?
Right.
She was like, man, come on, B. I know you gonna smoke one last time. One last time. Come on, man. Come on. Me and you. Come on. All right, let's do it. Sat out there, smoked a little bit. Geek. Super geek. Start walking back home with her, walking her back to her house, right? Because it was late by that point. Start walking her back to her house. Her mama pull up.
Ooh.
Get your butt in this car.
You?
No, her.
Okay.
At this point, I'm spooked because I'm like, oh, shit. I know we smell like weed. We was a hot boxing, right?
Sound like kidnap. Keep going.
Okay.
That guy was crazy.
I go back to the house, spooked. I don't know nothing. I just know we smell like marijuana, right?
Gas.
Get back to the house.
Zaza.
I call her. Nobody answered the phone. At this point, anybody had no cell phones. We only had house phones.
That's
right?
it.
Wait about 30 minutes. Call again. Her mom answered the phone. She was like, y'all been smoking bud? I was like,
The moment of truth.
voice trembling. I was like, no, ma'am.
Wait, say it again.
No, ma'am. She was like, well, so-and-so smell like bud. I'm finna take her down to the county to get tested.
Drill test.
Lord.
I was like, I'm dead. Because when my mama find out, they going to bury me tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's over with.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
I go to my brother. Yeah,
Brother,
Jay. I go to Jay.
help me.
I like, bro, this is what happened. Help.
Me.
I'm finna die.
You hit the Tyrese. Help me.
Me.
Help me.
Oh, girl called. She was like, hey, bro.
Got my results.
She was like, look, she finna take me down here.
Mm-hmm.
I got a solution.
Uh-oh, what we
I
doing?
was like, okay.
What we doing?
What you got?
What we doing?
She was like, because she already said that if I test positive, she gonna come get you. She gonna wake your mama up and she gonna come get you so
Okay.
you can test.
Okay, so
So-
what we doing?
This is what we gonna do.
What we doing?
Drink bleach.
What the hell?
Oh Lord. But I've heard that.
Peroxide. Oh
I said, hold on. What?
Peroxide.
She said, bleach will clear your system immediately.
So now what we
Go
do?
drink bleach.
So now, when she said that, are we drinking out the bottle or the cap? Are we taking shots of the
So
Chlorine?
I ain't taking a shot of
Oh,
that.
please.
time out.
We using the
Where
cap?
the
My-
gin at?
What we doing?
My young, dumb, immature butt was like,
You did shots off the cap.
cool. Alright. Go find a bleach.
Pull it up.
Alright. She was like, get a glass of Coke, put you some bleach in it. Chug it.
Chug it.
Alright. Got me a little glass of Coke. Put a little ice in it because I wanted to cool. You know, I feel the bleach burn. I put bleach in it.
Coke.
How
Miss
much-
Brown spilled bleach all over my shirt in the
Oh,
process.
hell.
Coke
I was
and
hot.
listen
How
here.
much bleach
Listen
you
here.
put in?
Listen,
I did like 2 cups.
So-
2 capfuls.
2 cup. I felt 2 cup. We got Coke and bleach on the rocks. Continue.
Coca-Cola that clean batter acid.
Coke and
The
bleach on the
worst
rocks.
thing I've ever put in my mouth. When I tell y'all, I tasted bleach for like 72 hours. It was ridiculous. Looking back on it, like, how dumb are you? But I drank the bleach that night, right?
Right.
And talking to Jay, I like, Jay, man, you gotta help me out. You gotta help me out. Jay and,
Big brother.
and
Big
went
brother.
down there, you know what I'm saying, smooth talking and stuff. I was there with him the whole time. Everything good. Blase, blase. Y'all already know how he is. It all worked out. Old girl tested negative, believe it or not. So I didn't get tested.
So you drunk
But so
bleach
you
for
drunk bleach
nothing.
For nothing. Could have killed my crazy
so
self.
here was my question, because this is what I would have said. I would have said, well, you gonna drink the bleach, okay? So you gonna be negative. They ain't gonna come test me because you gonna be negative.
You don't understand the panic going on in my... Do you
Man,
know who my
that-
mama is?
I know your
I was
mama.
gonna die.
Bruh, let me tell you something. My shirt crazy too, but let me tell you something. I would have cut off the electricity in the damn house. You understand me?
I
So the
you
doorbell
shoulda-
did not work. Okay,
I probably would have...
Brandy ain't have think about
Do
having
you-
an asthma attack
Cool.
or nothing.
I
Cool,
probably,
cool.
honestly, in that moment, I probably would have preferred to die.
Cuz.
Didn't have to deal with
You
her.
don't need to die. Listen here.
I'm being dead serious.
All you
I
had-
probably would have preferred to
That's
die.
how it is when you're scared of your mama.
Yeah.
Cuz, all you had to do is do what? Find every jack in the household. Because listen to Cuz stories, only landlines. So that's what we doing. Pulling every line
There
from
you
the
go.
jack.
So we know what you
From
used
the
to
jack,
do.
and I'm finna unhook the doorbell, because if it's hooked up to the electrical system, bloop, turn off that breaker.
Nobody, you gotta knock.
Yo, one of the scariest
And the way the house set up.
I can't
nights
hear you knock.
I had, like, really, like, Jay was down there, he was on the phone or who he was talking to, you know, he down there.
Cool and
Yeah,
boo.
cuz, so, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, nigga,
it's
help
a-
me.
It's a state of emergency.
Like, bro, you don't understand the impact of this, bro. Smelling like gas. I'm talking, I'm stinking.
The
And
Zaba
you
photos
scared.
are-
I go in the house. I too nervous to jump in the shower. So my solution was I'm sitting here with bleach. So now I'm smelling like chlorine.
Okay, question.
Better than the gas.
Why would you wipe your body off with bleach?
I was trying to hide the smell, Ashley.
You slow.
Before I'm
He was scared.
Slow.
Well,
You
no,
I was
was
trying to hide the smell.
Well,
I was
yeah.
trying to hide the
No,
smell before my
no,
mama woke up.
no.
So I was just like, you know what?
No,
Because you had running water and some soap.
We have to tap into the mental,
was
mental
scared.
side.
I was like 14, 15
We have
years
to talk.
old,
We have
man.
to tap into the mental. Who's to say that his favorite person in life was not MJ?
Bruh.
I'm from Michael Jackson. Cuz could have been here on some other side.
Listen, cuz. All I'm going to say is this. I have done some things as a teenager. You know, I done been drunk and all that.
But
I
Clorox,
ain't
bleach.
Clorox is not finna touch my skin. You understand me? I have stripped in the dang on laundry room, okay? Put the clothes in the trash bag. Because I know they smell like alcohol in a nightclub and I'm only 17. So I should not smell like
this.
the nightclub. If
Uh-huh.
I done stripped out there,
I don't think you understand who my mama is.
baby, that
Yeah,
stuff went in the trash. I ain't even put it in the laundry bag.
I
Trash.
Pick it up on Tuesday.
I knew that if she would have found out,
That's how it is.
I
when you-
would
when you scared of
have
your
died.
Oh, no.
So I preferred to kill myself than to let her kill me.
Crazy.
What we
Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand what it's like growing up as a church kid. Y'all don't get it.
Well, listen here, man. On Live and Legit, we like to
I
big up
understand that.
we like to big up both parties, and we're glad that B is here alive tonight.
We are.
Clorox
Because
and
he
all.
did 2 caps.
2 cups.
Just rub his body down with it.
2 caps of bleach and some Coke,
You
baby.
still chocolate?
With some Coca-Cola.
I was darker.
So bleach don't do a thing, huh?
No, damn thing.
Oh man, B, they got on.
What them folk were using then?
Shit, gasoline. I don't know.
87,
Hey.
89,
Hey,
and
but
93.
all I can say is I'm here to tell the story.
You here to tell the story?
You did.
It could have been the other way. I'm finna preach this thing.
Don't preach, baby. Before we get up out of here for call preach. Hey, man, another lie.
No, time out.
Oh.
You got a story to tell?
I was trying to get up out of fire. You did.
You weren't finna get about that player.
First time I got about I ain't do nothing, guys. First time I smoked weed, I got accepted to Harvard.
Nah, bro. That's a movie plot. Heard that before.
Listen to look for me in the movie soon. You know I did auditions over there. First time, first time,
Anytime.
best time,
Funniest time.
funniest time.
Let us know.
I got so geek a block away from the crib. After the gas, I was just trying to make it back home to get back on mama's couch and lay it down, eat me some cereal. That's what I do.
That's all you got.
So it's just,
No,
in,
no,
it's
no.
just in your system.
Guess what I do? I found myself at the white neighbor's house that was happening to living in the neighborhood. Just moved in, stayed 4 doors down, and then 1 o'clock in the morning, I say, "Big dog," I say, "Ma, open the door." Ma, I don't throw. I said that before she came to the door. I'm like, I don't throw, man. I don't know. I'm gonna get right for mama open the door. My cuz came out of that thing with his blue. I'm talking about cuz had a blue, like what it called? A shower. What did it call?
A
robe.
But it wasn't
Boy, you better be
appropriate.
glad that
robe.
one 2020.
It wasn't appropriate.
Like
robe.
a satin woman
Some
robe.
sick. Yeah, and I get to the door and I see cuz pull up at the door. And I look,
He was like, that ain't mama.
I said, "Cuz."
Holla, what you saying?
I'm out there, I hit the car. I said, "Ooh!" I spun the block for 30 minutes trying to look for mama. I knew where not to go though.
Go.
I knew where not to go.
Go.
I said, "Cuz, who was you?" I looked at cuz like
Elton John opened the door.
he just had the shades on. He had the shades on, but I was like, boy, I'm talking. I said, "Ooh, I need to slow down."
Yeah, please slow down.
I slowed down. BG, what you got? Yeah.
Man,
Oh, you hit the gas. Before we
I
get out
hit
of
the
here,
gas.
You hit
I
the-
was out at a party.
okay.
Oh gosh.
They had edibles, weed, and alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like you. They had the cake pops.
Oh
I'm
Lord.
fat.
Oh,
One
little
cake pop
sweets.
gone down. Just don't eat the whole edible. Same thing they said. One cake pop gone down. That was good. Here come another one. They came around with trays. Here comes some gummy bears infused. I'm thinking infused in alcohol, but it was infused.
And that
with
gas.
Think.
So,
So I had like 2 gummy bears. I done took about 4 shots of Quavo.
that sounds like your story.
And they were like, "Come on,
Backwood.
y'all, let's take a
Y'all
let's
be
take
living.
Well, they said take a hit.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Take a hit.
Life just.
And I just, like you said, I started just sitting there like I feel a little stuck. Everything was going in slow motion.
And you just there.
And I said,
I hate that feeling.
I said, y'all,
That's a bad feeling.
I'm finna go home. So I got in my car and I had forgot to back up. How to back up? And so I called my best friend, like, what's going on? I don't know how to back up. And she was like, hey, girl. She was more drunk than me. I said, forget it. I'll let you know when I come home. But so when I started, like, put my foot on whatever I put my foot on, it's like I was going through a tunnel. It was like everything. Like, that's so Raven when she see a vision. That's how it was. So I was able to back up. So as I was driving home, the road just seemed longer and longer. So I just called them all. I said, y'all, I'm getting ready to walk to the emergency room. I ain't want to drive my car no more because I somehow I parked the car. But I know I couldn't drive
Did you
no
leave
more.
him in tunnel? Where you left it at?
The car was parked.
Okay.
Somehow that next morning,
Okay.
and I had to talk. I had to talk to my mom, and she was like, "And you better be ready for church in the morning." I'm like, "Yes, ma'am." I was talking at the side of my neck. I'm walking through my house butt naked. I called the club owner. She was like, "Take a hot shower, eat some." It seemed like the shower made me hotter. And I sat there. I took a picture of myself. I said, I will never do this again. And my best friend was like, don't walk to the hospital. You're going to get everybody in trouble. I said, no, I'm finna walk to emergency. Cause something is wrong. Something is
far
not
away
right.
was the
I
hospital?
need
I
help.
don't know.
He was just
I
gonna
was
walk.
just gonna walk to the hospital because I want
But
finna
you
get my
ain't know where it
car.
Butt
was.
naked.
Cause I forgot how to drive.
She finna walk butt naked.
With a bonnet on. With my bonnet on.
She thought it was 3 belly. What it called?
I don't know.
Cupid,
I wasn't finna get in my.
Cupid's mouth.
Yeah,
I wasn't finna get in my car no more because I just remember driving down the tunnel. I got home. It was my house.
Jesus be offense.
And for some reason, they were like, they said, eat some bread and sleep it off.
That's
Okay.
what you do with liquor.
But with
Yeah,
that
but
high, with that gas. Listen,
That dropped that tip
I
on
ate some
me.
bread, slept. This one the killing part. I ate some bread, slept it off. All I know is my alarm going off this morning. I said, why is this shit so loud? Had to go to church. As soon as I walk into church, me and B had the same joy.
B.
I remember that
And-
shit. I remember. I could take it from here. I remember this Sunday. So we're singing Joy, right?
I'm still high the next day. And that was my last.
I'm looking dead.
Well, I was on the plane still. But
I'm looking dead at Belle Janice, right?
That's crazy.
We over there singing into it. I'm singing. She do the first verse. I'm like, good. I come in and do my little part. Good. Get what this clown do.
Go back to the first verse.
The first verse again.
I was like,
I'm over there looking like,
What are we doing? What are we doing?
why do we rehearse? That's how he was looking at me like, why do we rehearse?
I didn't know she was under the influence
You know, I
at
was
the time.
You did?
I was still high.
Wait, hey, live and legit. You get it here first.
And that was my last time eating the edible.
And here you are, guys.
Baby, and ain't finna try another.
I don't
okay?
care. I do not. I
I
don't
will
want to
take
eat
as
another
many
edible.
shots as you like me to.
I won't touch it.
I was not.
But
That is
edible,
something
hey,
is not
you
right.
hitting it, I cannot be.
I
No,
can't-
I
I
gotta
won't.
be in
Right.
control.
I
Who
will
the
not.
hell? And people eat them every day. Who wants to be that
Who
out of
can
your
be
mind?
high? It's people that get high before they go to work.
There is
How
no
do
way.
you do that?
No way. I hate that. I can't stand that feeling.
I hate
Because
that.
I'm not in control, and it's like I'm just like,
Why
Exactly.
am I stuck?
oh.
Why did I forget how to drive? I drive better. But
Exactly.
on that, I was stuck like,
Just look at how you look.
I can't bag back. So it was so crazy that I knew I'm finna walk to the emergency room. I'm not finna try to drive again. Because I don't know what other tunnel I would have had to go down.
Well, guys, I have you know here first. The same way you guys work that frequency is a certain and precise delegation that does the same thing on behalf and under those influences of the herb. They found themselves not at a low, but at a high. No puns intended. Dotting all I's and crossing all T's. Shout out to 420 and 420 p.m.
Connoisseur.
You know what we gonna do? We gonna do a compilation video of every time he wrap up an episode. Cause I always be like, what did he say?
Where did it come from?
We're gonna do a big compilation video
so
every time he wrap up an
Because
episode.
he be so profound.
That's when you get the best stuff.
You did.
Oh, Lord.
Hey man, say man, hey man. Another beautiful episode. Let's talk about
This
it.
episode been heavy though, man.
Bro, real talk, man. We got lights over.
I think
there,
it's the
guys. We
week.
got
I
lights
feel
over
the
there.
week. I can't wait till tomorrow.
All stuff be
Man,
going
I
down,
legit
man.
asked these people to give me a non-heavy show.
And get what they
We
gave
sorry.
you. Get what they gave you.
The
That smoke.
heaviest show that they can give me.
Everything
I
happens.
just want to delay.
That's it.
It ain't
I
my
want
fault.
to get lit.
That's it.
I want to be live.
And legit.
That's it.
On it.
They ain't let me do that.
Hey, when the
But
cameras go.
everybody else,
A little
they
bit.
get to have fun. But I got to talk about some real stuff.
It's the jacket, cuz. You
I
can't
know I'm
do it.
intelligent.
It's the
You know what I'm
jacket.
saying?
It's the jacket.
I
cuz.
know I look the part,
If you want to pop and
baby.
have a good time, baby, don't pull up the jacket. Well, look at.
What? But listen, if
It's
you
the-
coming
It's called a
from work,
blazer.
you know what I'm saying? You coming from work.
Oh, that is a little blazer.
It's
now.
the
Hold on, that's a little
blazer.
blazer.
It be
That is a little
blazing.
blazing.
Hey,
Ow.
she's corporate.
Corporate America.
She
So we
has
had to
be,
go in the corporate bag.
But no,
Hey,
she's
hey,
corporate.
pop that quarter with that corporate. Hit it one time with them folks. Big write-ups.
Absolutely.
Big write-ups. Them folks get big write-ups.
Big write-ups, you right.
Cause I
Everybody
Body
get
ass.
fired. Everybody get fired.
Hey, look at your favorite boss right here. Look at her. She'll write you.
She will write your butt
I'll
up.
write you up. I will fire your ass
Ooh.
with no other concerns.
Hey, I need you to hit that right piece. I need you to hit that left piece. And get what they call it. big termination.
Huh.
You're being turned.
Don't play with me.
You've been turned. Guys, you haven't been turned. Each and every week, live, legit, we talk about what the people talk about.
Most definitely, man.
Dig. I say one more time for the one and only most hardest working producer in the game. BG, where they can find you
What's
at?
up? Belle Janice on Twitter, Belle_Janice on Twitter, and on Facebook, Belle Janice. I'm there.
You did.
You did.
B, where they can find you at, B-Dog?
Hey, man, as always, you can find your boy on Twitter at that B-Dub guy. People, please don't come for me. I was just playing devil's advocate. I was just playing devil's advocate. Don't come for me. I'm innocent in this. I'm innocent the whole way. I don't want no smoke. I don't even smoke. I don't want the smoke.
He want the smoke.
You want all of it, don't
He want black
I don't
Twitter.
want no smoke.
Okay,
Black
now.
Twitter, leave me
You
alone.
want train
Please.
smoke, cigar
Please.
smoke, cigarette smoke.
We don't need him
cocaine
taking no more
smoke.
bleach.
What is bleach smoke?
He don't want the smoke.
Smoke.
He don't want to smoke. This man out here
Smoke.
taking shots of bleach. Guys, where they can find you at, man?
Baby, listen to tell you something, y'all. You can't find me nowhere.
Oh.
Because I'm that
Hey.
bad.
Oh.
You will only see me on live, lit, and
and-
legit.
And that work. Fire folks. I'm termination.
Ooh, and I body ass.
What would you have to say one of your employees that's thinking that he's going to get threatened and fired tomorrow when you clock in? What do you have to say to him?
I don't have to say nothing.
You probably going to get fired tomorrow. You could doing it.
I'm just gonna look at you.
And say what? How does it? Break it down. Break it down your demeanor.
See, you don't have to say anything because when you walk in a room, you command attention. So when I walk in the room,
You did.
You already know.
you know if you did what I told you to do. Oh, you ain't do it. Oh, okay.
I shouldn't even have to tell you.
I
shouldn't
don't
have to
tell grown
ask.
people what to do. No, because see, we all grown, so I expect you to do what you signed up to do. It ain't my fault that you signed up to do a job you don't want to do. Now, I am a firm believer. If you don't like your job, quit it. But if you signed up to do it, be
Guess
the
what?
best
Do it.
at it. I don't
Right.
care if you are a plumber, if you are a conductor, if you are the president, you do your very best at whatever you do. I don't give a damn if you got to shuffle dog shit all day. You be the
the
best dog shuffling shitter in the United States of America.
I ain't gonna lie, bit dog.
Dog
Two
shitter
cup
shuffler.
shot. Listen here, man. I had 30 jobs. You did.
You done had 30 jobs?
Yeah, I ain't gonna count that
The
one
hell
right
you
here.
been
That's a
damn
whole nother
doing?
episode. I
Bro,
don't
that's,
want
that's
I
like
don't-
a job a year.
I don't want these folks. Look, listen here, man.
Kevin Gates.
Listen,
So
man.
you the person not fire your ass.
Q
But
Gates.
guess what? You can't fire me because if I ain't like what I did, guess what I'm gonna do?
You quit.
You did. Take another episode.
No.
My bad.
Just say deuces.
Hey man, say man.
Q Gates.
You did.
There
Two
you
gun
go.
shot
Great
man.
job.
Big message to the people when you wake up every morning. And not only that, guys, do what you have to do to get to where you have to go.
There you go.
You know, it's a step in stew to get to where you have to go. Who first will be last and who last will be first. God put us on this earth to universe. I don't know what we're doing.
now
That's going to be in the compilation, too. That one is
He
going to
had
be in
it
the
all the way
compilation.
to the very end, people.
Right.
To the universe.
Hey man, say man, another episode. Hey man.
Hold on. Hey, be sure to follow the show on all our social media as well as check out the website, livelylegit.com. Get you some merch, baby. Shop with us, man. Hey, you see these
Hey,
beautiful
shop with the
shirts
kid, big dog. I'm talking about
and hoodies and Bill Janice ain't got a pink on. She
Not
wanted to be
tonight.
bougie.
but we do all colors.
But come on, man. Shop with your people, baby.
You did. Hey Ash, guess where you can get some merch at? Where she can get some merch at?
Tell me now. so I go get it.
livelylegit.com/shop.
I'm talking. You can pull out your phone and literally type
Hold
in
on.
live.
Let me go
lit.
and make me a purchase right now.
You.
Oh.
That lit. And that legit.
What you finna get right now? What you gonna get? What you gonna get? Your black tee, white tee, pink tee.
I
That's
actually.
like purple.
Got pink, purple, green,
I
and
like
gray, baby.
purple.
Hey, it's
Purple
a-
is my favorite color because purple is a color of royalty.
Right,
Royalty.
right.
So you know I'm a queen when I step in the room.
Demand attention.
Not the man, command.
Oh,
Come
come
in.
in.
So
But
that
it's
mean
kind
when
of dumb man off the come in if you think about it.
No,
Cause
because
them
when
folks.
I walk in,
them-
I don't have to say nothing. They can hear me coming down the halls because they gonna hear the clicking of my heels.
But guess what they doing? And within their regards, they demanding themselves to pay attention.
They
I'm
know.
putting you down. Hey man,
Take
say,
it home, man.
man. Another beautiful episode of Live and Legit. We always support our big guests that pull up every week. Hey man, shout out to Big Ash. Ash, before we get out of here, you say they can't find you nowhere at all.
No, baby.
Good Lord. Hey, on live and legit. Hey, man, your boy Q Smith, your boy Big B, and your girl Big G. You did live, lit, and legit. Gentlemen, ladies, that's so rap.
Man, look at man. Y'all sitting here watching these videos. So you know what? Why you just click on one of these other 2 or 3 that's sitting here waiting on y'all to click on and go and get in the next thing. Get busy. Function with your people. Lively legit. You know what it is.